Assalamualaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our headlines for tonight. Rescue mission for Malaysians in Sudan continues. Sarawak's Premier, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Jari Tun Openg, announces long-term flood management plan and hints good news for SME entrepreneurs statewide. With me, Muhammad Yusuf for TVS Nightline. Top of the hour, Sarawak hints at good news for small and medium enterprises SMEs soon. The move is to encourage more entrepreneurs who are an integral part of the state's economy to seize the opportunities by venturing into the new economic sectors introduced.
Saya sebutkan tadi, saya akan umumkan satu institusi dalam masa 2 bulan ini yang akan memberi kemudahan pinjaman dan juga dana keuangan mengikut lunas-lunas ekonomi lah, finance untuk mereka berusaha dalam ekonomi yang sedang kita bangunkan.
Abang Jari announced that an institution will be established to form a comprehensive ecosystem for SMEs.
Dan di sinilah peranan yang dimainkan oleh para usahawan kecil dan sederhana untuk menambah nilai kepada sumber di mana sudah terdapat pembangunan infrastruktur yang kita bangunkan. Ekosistem ini akan membolehkan pembangunan usahawan kecil dan sederhana.
Sarawak will present a long-term mitigation plan to address the frequent flood issues in Sibu district. Sarawak's Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Jari Tun Openg said a research team from Sarawak to the Netherlands to conduct studies in both theory, technical and techniques used in tackling the issue.
The initiative is among Sarawak government's effort to develop the said district.
Maka saya hantarkanlah satu pasukan untuk menilai dan mempelajari kedai ni sedang negeri Belanda ya. Mula nyampun bandar walaupun keadaan airnya levelnya below the sea level, iaitu bawah dasar laut. Dan kita tahu Sibu mungkin di bawah dasar sungai. Jadi kita belajar, kita hantar dan insya-Allah di kakak sekalian, saya sudah ada program jangka panjang untuk membendung dan menyelesaikan masalah banjir yang ada di sini.
Meanwhile, Abang Jari intends to construct a dual carriageway stretching 7 km connecting Nangka Village and Kemuyang Village in Sibu.
Kita bangunkan jalan baru 7 km untuk menghubung Kemuyang dengan Kampung Nangka. Jalannya mungkin insya-Allah lah 4-lane highway nak saya tambah kepada jalan tersebut. Jadi ini akan membesarkan kawasan perkampungan kita dan ia akan memberi kemudahan kepada orang Sibu.
He said this during Sibu Aidilfitri's open house ceremony with its residents at Lakis Hall on Tuesday.
Now, ongoing efforts are being carried out to extract Malaysians stranded in Sudan following the conflict areas in the country, says Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Anwar said this during a conversation with Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan during a telephone call on Monday as they exchanged Aidilfitri greetings.
Yeah, the Sudan, yes, we are trying to evacuate. Yeah, I've also conveyed this to Tunisia about Sheikh Rashid.
A total of 32 Malaysians were reported to be safe in Sudan in 7 different areas of the country. On April 21st, 2 Malaysians were moved to a safe location. Based on data from the World Health Organization (WHO), the death toll from the unrest in Sudan has increased to more than 400 people, while 3,700 others have been injured.
Now, Deputy Prime Minister cum Parti Pesaka Bumi Putra Bersatu PBB Senior Vice President Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof has affirmed that the matter pertaining to toppling the unity government is out of the equation for Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS members. This comes after an online news report published on Monday, April 24th, alleging a plan to overthrow the unity government. And as such, Fadilah emphasized that GPS remains steadfast in supporting the unity government and is focused on bringing Malaysia back to its glory days.
Who's the vibe? I don't know vibes.
What's your take on this?
I only rely on established papers, like all of you. Vibes, I don't know who on it, whether it's reliable or not. So I will not comment something which is not reliable.
He told this to reporters at his Hari Raya Aidilfitri open house held at the CIDB Convention Centre, Kuching on Tuesday, April 25th. Fadilah further explained that GPS wants a stable and strong government that focuses on economic recovery, people's welfare and the country's wealth.
We are here to, the GPS has been repeated many times by Premier and also myself, that what we want is a stable government, a strong government that will focus on putting back Malaysia into the right track in terms of economic recovery, focusing the well-being of people, and of course the wealth of the country. Only then Malaysia will be back on track. If we keep on politicking, we'll slip again far away from our Asian region.
Previously, a news portal, The Vibes, reported an unnamed source claiming that several important individuals are trying to persuade some Barisan Nasional (BN) MPs to join a life or death mission to quit the party, sacrifice their seats and run again under the opposition flag. The report states that at least 12 BN MPs, including 10 who previously signed a statutory declaration supporting Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin as their prime ministerial candidate after last year's general election, are expected to be affected.
Now, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof revealed that negotiations with Perikatan Nasional or PN regarding allocations for opposition MPs have not yet taken place. Fadilah further reiterated that he has yet to receive an official offer letter from PN on the matter.
Mereka belum meletakkan permohonan dan daripada permohonan apa tawaran yang mereka nak tawarkan. Kalau kita ingat sewaktu kerajaan keluarga Malaysia ada MOU ditandatangani, ada perundingan, jadi yang ini belum berlaku.
Fadilah, who is also Petarajaya's MP, also stated that he has yet to meet with the 3 MPs selected to represent PN in negotiations for the allocations. Fadilah further stressed that without a formal letter, there can be no negotiations.
Baru Yang Berhormat Taqiyuddin berjumpa secara belum rasmi. Unofficial lah. Nanti mereka akan buat, saya dah bagi tahu kepada mereka untuk membuat tawaran secara hitam putih. Jadi selagi mana kita belum menerima surat tawaran rasmi, maka tidak akan berlaku perundingan.
Past Deputy President Datuk Seri Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man recently stated that 3 PN MPs, namely Taqiyuddin, Parliament Opposition Leader Datuk Seri Hamzah Zaiduddin and Putrajaya MP Datuk Dr. Razzie Jidin were selected to represent the coalition in talks with Fadilah on allocations for opposition MPs. Last month, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim expressed his willingness to provide allocations to opposition MPs subject to negotiations between both parties.
The spirit of unity in Sarawak has been nurtured and sowed even before the formation of Malaysia. Minister of Women, Family and Community Development Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri noted that the noble values portrayed should serve as a role model for the country, showcasing the pinnacle of unity and harmony.
Sarawak tak ada masalah. Selama ini Sarawak memang sentiasa mengamalkan perpaduan. Kalau you all baca mengenai statement daripada pemimpin-pemimpin dari dulu daripada Tun Rahman lagi saya baca memang kita utamakan perpaduan dari dahulu lagi dan kita telah membuktikan malah dari federal pun sentiasa menggunakan Sarawak sebagai contoh, Sarawak dan Sabah. Kita fokuskan kepada keadaan kita di sini. Aset kita adalah perpaduan di kalangan masyarakat yang berbilang kaum dan perkahwinan the cross marriage tu di kalangan masyarakat dan berbilang bangsa dan agama yang telah menjadi satu daripada model yang digunakan. Malah Kuching telah dinamakan sebagai bandar perpaduan kan. So sebab ianya telah diiktiraf oleh negara kita.
Kuching City was declared as the City of Unity in 2015, thereby raising its status as the first city in the world to receive such an award.
And the Miri Division Disaster Management Committee, MDDMC, has taken several steps to cushion the impact of the anticipated dry spell between the month of May to September. As such, efforts have been taken by various agencies under the committee to ensure that the adverse impact would not affect the lives of many people, plants and animals. Should there be water disruption, the committee is prepared to send its water tanker lorries to the affected areas.
Dan kita mengadakan masyarakat ini untuk berbincang dan untuk membuat persiapan untuk menghadapi musim kemarau akan datang, yang di mana kita mengikut kaji cuaca, hujan kita akan berkurang dan bulan Mei mana kaji cuaca tadi hingga September di mana masanya memang kita akan menghadapi kurang hujan dan mungkin kemarau akan berlaku. We have called in the 7 big landowners in Miri. All the 7 landowners, they are all here. They were all here, and they have given us a briefing on the preparations they made. Yeah. We are happy with their preparations made. They are all getting ready. They even have their own firefighting teams. They all use the machinery. And even one of the land owner even have drone. Daily, they also monitor their own land. That is very important because most of the fire that occurred in Miri before were all in these areas, where the land belonged to the 7 big land owners here in Miri.
Meanwhile, Lee, who is also the state's transport minister, said that areas facing water supply disruption will be facilitated.
So I think we also pay serious attention on our water supply. We have kampong really asking for water supply, like Telangusan, 13 kampong, it's just another story, asking for water supply already. So we have the rural water supply Jebab with us, the Jabatan Bekalan Air, and also Laku, and also with the welfare department to stand by the water tankers for those areas that need clean water for drinking and cooking and so on. Yeah. And our resident officer will set up this coordinating center with all the district officers in the Miri division to coordinate, especially in terms of water supply. And we have also a contingency plan in place on the water supply situation in Miri.
Beliau berkata demikian dalam sidang media DDMC di Pejabat Residen Miri pada Selasa.
Coming out right after the break, Welfare Ministry reaches out to vulnerable group in conjunction with Eid al-Fitr, and the US government calls for ceasefire to explore ways of ending the conflict in Sudan. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. In a warm and friendly Aidilfitri reception hosted by the Ministry of Women's Development, Family and Community on Tuesday, Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri reached out to vulnerable groups, including the elderly and persons with disabilities or PWDS. The occasion was graced by Sarawak's Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Nopeng and his wife, Puan Sri Datuk Amar Jumaani Tun Tuan Kebujang.
Hari ini kita menganjurkan ramah tamah bersama dengan kumpulan sasar kita. Ada dalam 1,600 lebih hari ini. Kumpulan sasar kita terdiri pada mereka dari PDK, Pusat Dalaman Komuniti kita. Kita ada orang tua dari Desa Benadiri. Kita ada Desa Benadiri, dua buah di Sarawak ini. Dan kita ada mereka daripada Tunas Bakti. Kita ada mereka daripada Ahlak, makanan-makanan Ahlak, dan pelbagailah kita bawa bersama hari ini dari tempat-tempat pusat-pusat yang berdekatan sehingga ke Semarahan, Gedung. Jadi semuanya ada bersama kita pada hari ini. Kita mahu mereka bersama meraihkan Hari Raya Aidilfitri ini. Rumah kenangan pun ada. Jadi kita cubalah bawa seramai-ramai so that they will also feel the excitement about Hari Raya ini.
Also present were Sarawak's Deputy Premiers, Dato' Amar Douglas Ugahambas and his wife, Datin Doreen Mayang and Dato' Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian.
Now, the proposed conservation of the Melanau Kampong Sok Longhouse requires all hands on deck in preserving the valuable heritage of the said community. Sarawak's Deputy Minister of Integrity and Ombudsman, Dr. Juan Dejaya, anticipates the procedure to be a rigorous process, costing 20 million ringgit. He said that the project not only alters the Matu's development landscape, but also has a significant impact on the local community.
Telah memohon kepada pihak Jabatan Museum bersama dengan Kementerian Pelancongan agar rumah panjang Sok ini segera diwartakan di bawah Ordinance Heritage 2019 agar proses pemeliharaan yang selama ini telah dirancang dalam anggaran sekitar 20 juta ringgit dapat segera diluluskan oleh pihak kerajaan. Saya telah menjelaskan kepada penduduk kampung agar memberikan kerjasama sepenuhnya kepada pihak kerajaan agar urusan pendaftaran ini dapat segera dilakukan di bawah Ordinance Heritage 2019.
The Jamoring Assemblyman said the Melanau Longhouse of Kampong Sok is deemed a national treasure and the conservation efforts holds great tourism potential.
Telah dimaklumkan oleh pihak museum melalui mesyuarat saya bersama dengan pihak museum dan Kementerian Pelancongan dan Heritage seminggu sebelum Hari Raya bahawa anggaran pembaikan ini telah dibuat oleh pihak JKR dan insya-Allah kita akan segera susuli agar apabila siap jalan pesisir nanti rumah panjang Kampung Sok yang merupakan satu-satunya rumah panjang Melanau yang ada di negeri Sarawak dapat dimasukkan dalam senarai tempat pelancongan di negeri Sarawak.
Juanda stated that the repair program for the Melanau Longhouse in Kampong Sok is at the forefront of the list, but its implementation depends on the cooperation of the heirs. He emphasized the importance of seizing this opportunity as the project could generate new economic prospects, especially with the imminent completion of the bridge and coastal highway. Now, over the past 6 decades, the tradition of pukat fishing has been practiced by coastal fishermen in Marang Terengganu as a source of income and to strengthen communal ties. The first catch is shared among the participating fishermen and residents, while the second catch will be sold. As visitors, Muhammad Hazruddin Ali and his brother Muhammad Hamidi Ali were excited to witness the pukat fishing activity for the first time. According to Hazruddin, the younger generation should be exposed to such practice and its values.
Jadi macam saya dengan abang ni dia kerja luar, jadi nak boleh ke aktiviti ni payah jadi, dok berpeluang lah. Jadi bila kita balik kampung jalan sekali ni, bila ada aktiviti ni, kira bagus, kira aktiviti yang ada. Jadi kebetulan pula mari sini, kita mari nak camping, jadi tengok ada aktiviti ni, kita join sekali lah.
Meanwhile, Umar Abdul Aziz suggested for the younger generation to partake in such activities in preserving their tradition.
Kalau dia boleh, kena teruskan. Sampai ke bila-bila kalau dia boleh kena hidup. Sebabnya boleh merakkan satu ruang antara perantau-perantau dengan orang kampung apa kan. Kena hok mana tak rasa mari lagi nak jalan di patah ke apa. Boleh kena benda ni. Boleh merasai.
Meanwhile, director of the Ru Rendang Adun Community Service Centre in Marang, Hassan Awang, stated that about 300 residents attended the event at Kakabu Island Beach. A small boat and a 500-meter fishing net were used along with more than 40 participants to carry out the pukat fishing activity.
Jadi aktiviti ni yang pertamanya dapat kita mengingatkan kembali lah usaha kegigihan orang tua kita dahulu. Dan dalam masa yang sama, usaha yang begini saya pada penangan saya dapat meningkatkan semangat kerjasama, semangat ukhuwah sesama kita terutama dalam kalangan generasi muda pada hari ini.
Hassan also mentioned that each pukat fishing session takes approximately 30 minutes and some of the fish caught today include milkfish, mackerel and swordfish. On a same development, Terengganu's Chief Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar, who also attended the event, stated that the pukat fishing program will be held annually.
Dan insya-Allah lepas ini Kerajaan Negeri akan mengadakan acara ini secara rasmi, acara tahunan insya-Allah. Jadi ya bukan sekadar ikan saja tapi sebenarnya aktiviti kebersamaan dalam masyarakat lah. Dan sangat unik dilaksanakan di negeri Terengganu.
He further revealed that they will discuss with the fishing community in other areas before implementing the program next year. Now, Datuk Dr. Muhammad Razi Abu Hassan, 58, has been appointed as the new Health Director General, effective last Friday. He who was previously Health Deputy Director General for Research and Technical Support succeeded Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, who went on mandatory retirement on Friday after 35 years of service under the Ministry of Health.
Health Minister Dr. Zaliha Mustafa in a statement said the appointment of Dr. Muhammad Razi was based on his qualification and vast experience in the country's healthcare service. Dr. Muhammad Razi had, among others, served as medical department head at Hospital Sultana Bahia in Kedah, Kedah State Medical Coordination Head, and Kedah Clinical Research Center head. He was also the gastroenterology and hepatology service head and chairman of accreditation for the field from 2013 to 2021.
Welcome back. Now, United States urged Sudan to conduct a ceasefire in order to explore ways for both military powers to come to diplomatic terms. U.S. State Secretary Antony Blinken said direct engagement with generals from the Sudan Army is being conducted in order to stop the war from prolonging.
We do have deep concern about the engagement of the Prigozhin group, the Wagner group, in Sudan. It's in so many different countries in Africa, an element that, when it's engaged, simply brings more death and destruction with it. It's very important that we not see its further engagement in Sudan, and I know a number of countries are very concerned with that.
Blinken also gave clarification on the suspension of their embassy in Sudan in order to prioritize their safety first by bringing them back to the U.S., either by land, air, or water.
We don't have a good fix on the number of Americans who are there at any given time, including now. We do know, of course, the number of Americans who have registered with us and with whom we're in very active communication. And of those, I would say some dozens have expressed an interest in leaving. And as I mentioned just a few moments ago, even with the withdrawal of our embassy personnel from Sudan, our efforts to provide services to American citizens who are there, consular services, other services, advice continues.
There are several Americans who refuse to leave Sudan, revealed Blinken. These Americans are mostly dual nationals and have built their lives for generations and are unwilling to leave the now conflict-torn city of Khartoum. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. Just a click away by heading on to our website at www.tvstv.my or by following us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time we have for tonight's TVS Nightline. My name is Muhammad Yusuf. Selamat Hari Raya to all my Muslim friends and good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.